What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about guilt trips, how a narcissist or a toxic person will try to guilt trip you into believing that you have given up on them too early in a relationship. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for more. This person is saying her ex accused her of giving up on the relationship once she finally decided that enough was enough. If you're new here, I'm a narcissist. Actually, a narcissistic personality disorder. So yeah, a lot of narcissistic, toxic people will accuse you of not fighting for the relationship any longer. They'll accuse you of not loving them enough. They'll accuse you of giving up when they're finally trying. Those are his words, not mine, when he was finally trying. So for the first X amount of time that you were in the relationship with them, they weren't trying at all. They didn't care. Maybe in the beginning, they tried a lot to get you. They love bombed you. They gave you all the affection and whatever to get you roped into the relationship dynamic. But once they had you in a relationship, they turned it off. They stopped working hard to get you because they already got you. So when you get fed up with this toxic behaviors or whatever they're doing to you, and you decide to finally just cut your losses and dip out on them, now they want to try again. Now they want to make you feel guilty for not fighting for the relationship. If somebody ever asks you, so you're not going to fight for us? You're not going to fight for the relationship? Ask them, who am I supposed to be fighting? You? So, if you couldn't read the text on the screen, it says, my ex did this, but then was accusing me of giving up when he was finally trying. Finally trying. Giving up too early. You're giving up on me too soon. You're walking away. You're throwing this relationship away. Like you're not going to fight for us? Are you not willing to fight for us? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Yeah, honey, that's my next shirt idea, y'all, for my shop. Y'all see this? Y'all see the I'm good shirt I got on. The next one is going to be hop in the car. We're going on a guilt trip because the narcissistic people, toxic people, will absolutely take you on a ride. They will guilt trip you into staying with them. Like I'm working hard to keep you here, keep you happy, and now you're going to walk away. Now you're going to leave me after when I finally decide to start trying. Y'all, if you have been in a relationship with somebody for an extended period of time, and they say something like, you're giving up when I'm finally trying. What? You're finally trying. 5 years into the relationship, when I'm fed up, you're finally trying. And now you're trying to make me feel guilty about wanting to leave this relationship. You want to make me feel guilty about choosing myself. You want to make me feel guilty about picking myself, about choosing a chance at happiness outside of this relationship dynamic. You want to make me feel guilty about picking me. A lot of narcissists and toxic people will absolutely do that, y'all. They will absolutely try to make you feel guilty about choosing yourself over them. Because that's how narcissistic people's mind works, y'all. A lot of narcissists, toxic people, whatever, will absolutely try to make you feel guilty. Like most narcissistic people mindset comes from a place of selfish intent. We want to make ourselves happy first, and typically at all costs. So if you leave us, we're not happy. We're not happy if you decide to leave us when we're not ready for you to leave. If we want you to leave, sometimes the narcissistic person will make you. They'll treat you badly enough. They'll make you want to leave, right? So if we want you to leave, that's a whole different story than if you actually leave it. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole different story if we want you to leave than if you leave when we're not ready for you to leave. You're breaking our hearts. That's why I tell y'all. This is a clear example that narcissists know how to make you happy. A lot of them just choose not to. The unaware narcissists are definitely 100% choosing not to make you happy on purpose because they know what it takes. They just don't want to do it unless it's required of them. It's not a prerequisite in your relationship for them to treat you good. You see what I'm saying? For them to treat you with dignity and respect is not a prerequisite in this relationship. I can treat you how I want to treat you because this blah 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 this blah 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 that. Like you've been here with me this long. What has changed now to make you feel like what I do is not enough for you? You see what I'm saying? That's how the mind of a narcissist or toxic person works. We're going to pick us first, 99 out of 100 times. I know people are going to say, like, no, Lee, you're wrong. 100 out of 100 times you're going to pick yourself first. Sometimes you might get the altruistic narcissist that will sacrifice themselves for you a little bit. They'll sacrifice for you. They will. They'll make the changes necessary. They'll do that type of stuff. But like I said, y'all, 1% chance, 1%. Like, do not let, y'all, if you feel guilty about leaving a narcissist, it's not real guilt. It is not real guilt. I know they'll make you feel like you're giving up on them. They'll make you feel like you're abandoning them like everybody else did. Like, go ahead and leave me like everybody else did. I knew I was right. I knew you were going to leave. I knew you were going to leave. Like, no matter what I do, it's not good enough. So you're going to leave me, blah, blah, blah. It is not real guilt. What that is referred to right now is called false guilt. It's actually their guilt projected onto you to make you feel bad about your choices. It is false guilt. It's not real, actual, authentic guilt. This is the false stuff. You may like false lashes, false teeth. It is not real, y'all. And that's the point I'm trying to convey to a lot of people. It's just like the guilt that you feel about living with narcissists. Yeah, I understand the feelings that you have, but you should not. Don't let yourself be guilt tripped into staying in a toxic relationship that you're not happy in. Another way they'll try to guilt trip you, y'all. The old faithful is threatening to unalive themselves, threatening to go visit God and go talk to God face to face. If you catch my drift. Well, if you're gonna leave me, then I have no reason to be. If you're really gonna leave me, I really have no reason to live. I don't want to be here anymore. I really want to have this conversation with God. I'm not going to pray anymore. I want to have this conversation with God face to face. I'm going to go see God. If you leave me, if you walk out that door, I'm going to go talking to God. I'll be watching over you. Be careful with people like that, y'all, because that is a guilt trip as old as time right there. It just is. That is the guilt trip as old as time that they will use to manipulate the hell out of you to keep you in a toxic relationship for a long, very, very long time. And now I'm not telling you, like I said, y'all, does that type of stuff work? Yeah, it works. It does work. It works to keep you in a relationship because you feel bad. You have empathy. They weaponize they take your empathy that you feel for them, they ball it up and turn it into a guilt fireball, and they flame you up with it. They hit you with they take your empathy, morph it, like breathe that hot dragon toxic breath on it, turn it into a guilt fireball and hit you with it. They weaponize your empathy against you to make you feel guilty about wanting to leave the relationship. I'm finally trying. I'm finally trying. Yeah, that should be, look, if anything, that should be more, that should be par for the course of you leaving. Because what are they, like when they say they're finally trying, are they actually working on themselves for you or for themselves? Because they have to, yeah. It only works if they're actually trying on themselves, if they're working on themselves for themselves, not to keep you. Because if they tell you that they're working to keep you and you decide to leave, are they going to just stop? That means it's false. That means it's fake. So don't feel guilty about picking you, y'all. I'm just telling you. I know do not feel guilty about choosing and picking yourself. That's just the mindset of it right there, y'all. I understand it's easier said than done. I get it. I understand the mindset of a narcissist. Y'all, when I tell you I get it. Trust me. Just don't, it's not your guilt, y'all. It is not real. It's not authentic guilt. It's this fake, false, it's like a press-on nail. That's the guilt that you feel right now. It's press-on guilt. It can be removed at any time. And it's a press-on nail, press-on guilt. You know what I mean? It's a toupee. You know, it's a guilt toupee. The person applying it, that's who it belongs to. I say some silly stuff. But yeah, don't let yourself be guilt tripped into staying in a toxic relationship that you no longer want to be in. Empower yourself. Take your power back. Stand on your truth. Stand on your love, and stand on your realness. Anyways, y'all, let me hop off this thing. Like and subscribe for more. And if you haven't already, go ahead and get that self-love journal on Amazon. Lee Hammock, a self-love journal. I love me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace.